First of all, I begin with a word of profound thanksgiving, profound gratitude. I thank all of you who are here today. I see people who I've come to know now in these 2 years from various walks of life here in this local church in Brooklyn and Queens. We gather together in a spirit of solidarity. That word solidarity is on my mind as we look at many of the social issues confronting the world and society today, the idea of solidarity. By coming here this night, I think our desire to be together is a desire of solidarity. We want to be in solidarity with one another. To those of you who have suffered abuse in your life, we want to offer that word of hope and healing. Thank you for coming in a spirit of hope, a spirit of trust. Thank you for your courage, for being here this night. To those of you who work in our various ministries, the Healing and Intervention Team, the Survivors Advisory Board, those of you on our Diocesan Review Board and Adult Allegation Review Board, all of you who are involved in training, safe environment, wow, thank you. Thank you for what you do, and thank you for your presence tonight. To all of the priests, I had a chance to thank the priest and the deacons before the Mass. Many of you have expressed, either directly or indirectly to me, what it means to you to have the priest show and the bishops who are here. I thank Bishop Damasio for the vision and the team in place at the time to build this up, to establish this Mass of hope and healing, to see this as an important priority for us and to put so much effort into it, and to all who planned this night, same thing. And finally, to all of you here at St. Bernard's Church, thank you for hosting us this night. Solidarity, we speak of being united as one. Where that word comes in to use a lot is through the teachings of St. John Paul II, and he speaks of it in such a way as to say we are all responsible for one another. There's a saying of a quote from Sister Ida Ford that I have written down, and I keep it in the pray-do in the chapel, and this is actually that copy. I usually, if I use it, I print it out somewhere, but today I just grabbed it right out of the pray-do. Sister Ida Ford was a Maryknoll sister who ended up giving her life in martyr's death in El Salvador. She was a graduate of Fontbonne right here in Brooklyn. And her family is still in the general area. As she spoke about her ministry, her work in El Salvador, she felt a certain powerlessness. And she asked herself a question many times. She says, am I willing to suffer with the people here? The sufferings of the powerlessness of the fully impotent. Can I say to my neighbor, I have no solution to this situation. I don't know the answers, but I will walk with you, search with you, be with you. She went on to ask herself, can I let myself be evangelized by this opportunity? Can I look at and accept my own poorness as I learn it from the others. It's empty to say, I know how you feel. It's empty to say, I understand. But you see, Sister Ida teaches me to ask myself the question, and believe me, it's one that I pose a lot. Like I said, for many reasons, keep this handy. I don't have the solutions. I don't have the answers, but I want to walk with you, search with you, be with you. Indeed, I started off by saying thank you, but I stand in great admiration of all of those who through the years and now strive to do just that, to walk with and accompany and to share with one another that message of hope and healing, that message that comes from Jesus himself. When we talk about solidarity, isn't that what the Lord Jesus himself did? God emptied himself. Though he was in the form of God, Jesus did not deem equality with God something to be grasped at, but rather he emptied himself, coming among us. Coming among us, not to put on a grand display or wave a wand, but quite literally to walk among us. Jesus said in the gospel today, he uses the image of the good shepherd. I am the good shepherd who lays down his life for his sheep. Jesus says, I am the good shepherd. I know mine, and they know me. The Lord Jesus came among us all, to be in that solidarity, to walk with us. And it's in that walking that Jesus would give healing and hope. He knows us. He knows every one of us. He knows our best efforts. He knows our hurts. And he wants us to know him so that he can bring that healing power into our lives. Indeed, he knows us. Again, it's empty to say a few words will just change everything, but it's that consistency. We gather this night with different experiences. We come seeking healing, striving to be instruments of healing to one another, striving to learn from one another, to meet Jesus in one another. The desire is strong. Sometimes we fall short along the way. Even now we fall short in following through on our desires to do well, but we strive. We do the best that we can. And we learn from one another, from you, along the way. We're aware of our common fragility as we look upon the face of the Good Shepherd to give us hope. See, the church should be a place of hope and healing, and for some who are here tonight, that was not the case. Church should have been a place that was a safe haven, a safe place. And we're keenly aware that it would be a place for some people of tremendous horror. It should have been a place of refuge and consolation, and that was not found. We are terribly, sincerely, I mean this, sincerely sorry. And we want to strive to continue to walk that road of hope and healing together, recognizing each of us our own fragility. And we look at the face of the Good Shepherd. Indeed, we feel pain, we grieve, we suffer. St. Paul talks about grieving. I love when he says in the letter to the Romans, to the Thessalonians, first letter to the Thessalonians, he says, we grieve, but we grieve with hope. And what he says about grieving is true about our sufferings too. We suffer, but we look to Jesus to find hope. In that first reading, we hear the prophecy of Isaiah acknowledging all that fragility, how we stumble and fall along the way. Even the youth grow weary, he says. But to those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. Honestly, we still grow weary. But the Lord Jesus is our hope and our healing. And so we hear that call of Isaiah speaking to us tonight to look upon the Lord and to hope in the Lord and allow Him to renew our strength.
Hi, I'm Christine Persichetti, anchor of Currents News. If you like what you saw, please hit the like button on this video. And if you want to see more content just like it, subscribe and click on the bell for notifications. Thanks for watching, because we are putting your faith in the news.